Thanks for joining our special live coverage of South Korea's 35th cabinet meeting of this year. In just a moment, we will head over to the presidential office in Yongsan, where President Yoon Suk-yeol will preside over today's meeting. He'll be briefing the South Korean public on the trilateral summit he had with U.S. President Joe Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida last Friday. Now, that was the Camp David Trilateral Summit. It was the first ever standalone summit between the three leaders where they met up at the U.S. presidential retreat solely for that meeting. Now, there they've agreed to initiate a trilateral cooperative body with a much sharpened defense and economic security cooperation. Now, during Monday's meeting, he'll also overlook and check the government's response posture in the event of a national emergency, as the annual Ulji civil defense exercise is running for 4 days nationwide from today. That will involve government officials, public institutions, and others. And this year's exercise will also include mock emergency summons and drills to respond to mock drone attacks or nuclear attacks. Now, let's head over to the presidential office in Yongsan, where President Yoon Suk-yeol is presiding the 35th cabinet meeting. Let's take a listen.
So starting today and for 4 days, we will be starting the Ulchi civil defense exercise. So upon the outbreak of war, we will be having many drills, and we will be also be responding it as a nationwide exercise to protect our citizens, and this is for cooperation as well. In today's world, the war consists of the fake news, and it also involves the terrors and also the cyber attacks, and also the nuclear threats, and it will be a comprehensive encompassment of all sorts of wars. And therefore, the private sector, the public sector, and the military will have to make efforts to enhance our efforts through these exercises. The government will be making enhancements to the Ulchi civil defense exercise that was contracted with the previous new administration, and this was started last year. And this year, we will be having an integrated exercise that combines the private sector, public sector, and the military. And we will have 4,000 or so institutions and 58,000 people participating. And we will be integrating the experimental scenarios, and we will also be preparing ourselves against the attacks from the North Korea and so forth. And this will be carried out like a real one. And we are all going to focus our exercise in 3 items, and I hope that you will keep this in mind. First, North Korea, since the beginning, has spread out fake news and has also used the armed military and has also gone through many different propagandas. And this is something that they will be using to cause disruption and chaos. And therefore, before we can even start, we can actually lead to a loss. As for fake news and the disguised military and propaganda, we will have to prevent this fully, and this is more important than ever. Next, North Korea will be attacking the important facilities in Korea and will try to put a paralysis to the national network. For instance, the first attack could be done by drones and cyber attacks for our wireless networks. And if that were to be so, then it will be a huge damage to our citizens' lives and the government as well. Therefore, we will have to come up with an innovative way and a radical way to enhance our network and systems. And also, we will have our citizens participating in the exercise to evacuate so that we can increase our response capabilities. Next, North Korea, in order to meet the purpose of war, will be using all means possible, and it could also lead to the use of nuclear weapons. So starting this year, Korean government is, for the first time, having exercises against the attacks by North Koreans. We are going to also have national capabilities enhanced so that we can protect ourselves citizens and treat our citizens when necessary at a times of emergency. So this year we will also have the civil defense exercise with the participation of the actual citizens for the first time in 6 years. And we will make sure that we have advanced preparation and notices given out so that we don't have too much chaos in the regular lives of our citizens. And we also want to ask our citizens to participate fully so that we can be prepared against any source of emergency. And we will make sure that the private sector, the public sector, and the military are clearly divided in their roles, and we're going to carry out the scenario so that this is something like a real situation. And I want to ask you once more. And as for the civil defense training that we will be carrying out at the same time, this is all for the protection of our citizens' lives. So I have completed my Camp David schedule and I came back to Korea on Sunday. So this was a trilateral meeting and this is opening up a new era to the cooperation between US, Korea, and Japan. And we right now have an unprecedented, complex threat that is asking for a new sort of paradigm. And in such an era of transition, the three countries, Korea, Japan, and US, is making an effort to turn our crisis into an opportunity, and with that responsibility we gathered together at Camp David. And until now, we have weak foundations between Korea, US, and Japan. However, with the Camp David summit, we were able to strengthen our commitments to cooperation, and we decided to systemize and solidify our comprehensive cooperation commitment. The heads of South Korea, US, and Japan make commitment to meet at least once a year. And what the collaboration that used to be just between Korea and US has expanded to Japan, and it will also be contributing to the entire Asian region, and this will be a pan-Asian effort that will be made. And we are not only going to look at security, but we are also going to look at advanced technology, health, women, and the gender equality, and etc. And this will be looking at everything comprehensively. So we are basing ourselves on the free human rights principle, and we will not only look at our own regions, but we are also going to make efforts to make sure that our region becomes more prosperous, and we are also going to promote peace within the Indo-Pacific region as well. We're going to come up with an early warning missile system, and we're also going to make sure that we come up with a systematic plan for the exercises between US, Korea, and Japan. And also, we are going to monitor and supervise and block the illegal cyber activities being carried out by North Korea to gain funding for their nuclear weapons. When the threats become larger, then the system between US, Korea, and Japan will become even more solidified and will become even more rigid. And we're all going to lower the risk of provocations by the North Korea. We're also going to strengthen our security. For the peace and for the conventional order of the Indo-Pacific region, we're also going to provide support to enhance marine security, and we're also going to gather our strengths together. Furthermore, for Ukraine to be able to recover and restore freedom, we are going to provide support through the cooperation between the three countries, Korea, US, and Japan. And we're together with WOXIL and Quad. We are going to promote peace and prosperity within the region. And with such a strong collaboration, we're going to expand ourselves and advance further. And we're going to make sure that the cooperation between the three countries will be able to be felt by citizens, and we're going to make sure that we promote the welfare that can be promoted. So the cooperation will be based on the advanced technology, and this early warning system, if these were to be connected, we believe that we will be able to radically strengthen the level of protection and restoration we see in the region. And when there are any chaos like the shortage of the urea solutions, we're going to make sure to be responding immediately. And as for the key minerals that are really required for the important industries like that of the battery industry, we believe that uncertainty will be greatly reduced. AI, quantum computing, and space are all closely related to national security, and these are new core technology, and we're going to make sure that we cooperate in the development of these technology. And we're also going to cooperate so that the technology is not leaked, and therefore the technological security collaboration will be leading the global advanced technology. As for our Korean companies, they will be able to secure technology and will be able to have a competitive edge in securing these technology that will become a game changer. And we are also going to be able to respond to the leakage and stealing of these technology. As for the three countries, we are also going to accelerate our discussions about the international norms about AI. Digitization should be benefiting our international citizens, but we should also ensure that we should not be misusing the AI with things like fake news, and we will be responding actively to such threats. We will also be promoting economic prosperity of the three countries, and Korea will also make efforts to come up with quality jobs, and we believe that this will be a great contribution in that regard. And we are also going to collaborate with the research in the science and engineering areas, and we're going to have the youth in the three countries come together so that we can strengthen our solidarity. And the youth summit between Korea, US, and Japan will be opened up newly. As for this summit, the first one will be held at the beginning of next year, and we believe that we will be able to promote our youth, and we hope that all of the youth will be participating in this summit actively. And we will also be signing an MOU between the financial institutions of the three nations. We will be promoting our efforts so that we can support the emerging nations, and we will also be participating in the development of the ports for AI and ICT, and we will be also expanding our participation by our Korean companies. And to stabilize the foreign exchanges, the three nations will collaborate so that we can stabilize the financial markets. Ultimately, this will be opening up the size of the market where our citizens and corporations can enter into, and the resilience will also be strengthened as well. The collaboration of the three nations and the pursuing of common interests is not exclusive. This is something that is generally required for all. This is for all of humanity, and this will be contributing to the peace and prosperity of the entire humanity. And we believe that this is fitting for the common interests of the three nations. Korea, US, and Japan will cooperate and will also be providing insights so that there will be international cooperation, and we will also be training and providing education to our ministers and our diplomats. And ultimately, we believe that this will be an effective backbone for our economic activities. To the citizens who are here with us today, I hope you will also be participating and be engaged in communicating with the government. And each minister will make sure that the performance of the collaboration between the three nations will be felt by citizens, and I hope you will work hard so that will be so. Respectful citizens, as for the trilateral collaboration that was established in Camp David, this was one done with the purpose of turning our crisis into an opportunity, and this was based on the responsibility of the three nations. We are trying to lower the threats, surely, while increasing opportunities for sure. Thank you.
That was our special live coverage of South Korea's 35th cabinet meeting of this year. Now, if you missed it, you can still catch the highlights at our upcoming newscast at 12 p.m. Korea time. Goodbye.